Who is greater, Big Ben or Drew Brees? We will find out in this video by taking a look back at their career success. But first, let's meet the two contestants. Playing 20 years in the league for San Diego and New Orleans, Drew Brees is probably the most accurate QB of all time, although he was a little short for his position. His footwork and pocket presence made him second to none. He carried many great offenses, and he is one of the greatest decision makers and leaders in NFL history. Ben Roethlisberger played 18 years himself for Pittsburgh alone, and early coming into the league, he was a force. He had a really strong arm and a big body and a tough running style, and his fearlessness to throw it deep led to many great numbers. He also is known for being one of the most clutch players in NFL history. But between Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger, who had the greater career? Just looking at stats and looking at accolades and looking at awards can sometimes be misleading, and sometimes specific numbers can get in the way of people's overall career success. In this video, we're going to be comparing all things important. I have multiple categories to compare these two players, and each category runs through a point system that adds on to the end of the video where we find out who had the better career overall. The first category is career stats. In this category, I analyze each player's career stats and I give the point to the player who has more impressive numbers. The next one is awards, and in this category, if the player get any votes in the top 3 of any award, he wins 0.5 points. But if he wins an award, he gets +1 points. But if that award happens to be the MVP, he gets +2 points. Championships is the next one. In this category, every conference championship is +1 point, but a Super Bowl win is +3. This achievement is the most points you can earn in this system. The next category is accolades. In this one, a Pro Bowl is +1 points, an All-Pro second team is 0.5 points, and an All-Pro first team is +1 points. Now, in the best 3 years category, we pick out the player's best 3 statistical years and compare them to each other, and whoever had the best year gets a point. Now, the next category is team success. Every 13 to 10 win season they have, they earn 0.5 points, but every 17 to 14 win season they have, they get a whole point. In the next category, each player will earn a half a point for each year they played for a top 1 offensive team. And the last 2 categories is strictly for Hall of Famers and retired players, as they can earn 1 point for being a Hall of Famer, and they can earn up to 3 points if upon retirement they rank top 3 in all-time statistical lists. Now, with every category being laid out, disclaimer, I'll be making a lot of tweaks to this system to make it more accurate. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Now, based off career stats, the 16K yardage difference gives Drew Brees the edge, and even though he played almost 40 plus games more than Big Ben, he has a better completion percentage, and he also has almost 200 more TDs than him. Drew Brees gains 1 point and he leads Big Ben 1-0. Next category is awards, and if it was an award for second place, Drew Brees will have a case of it. He placed second in MVP voting 4 times, but he still earns +7 points for this category. Big Ben, on the other hand, only won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he finished 3rd in 2007 and 2nd in 2020 for Comeback Player of the Year. This earns him +2 points in this category. Drew Brees now totals out to 8 points, as Big Ben sits at only 2 points. Now, the next category is championships, and Drew Brees is a 1-time Super Bowl champ and a 1-time conference champion. This earns him +4 points. Big Ben, on the other hand, is a 2-time Super Bowl champion and a 3-time conference champion. This earns him a whopping 9 points. And just like that, Big Ben ties it up 11-11. Kinda shows you how important Super Bowls is to resumes. The next category is accolades. Drew Brees in his career is a 13-time Pro Bowler. He earned 1 All-Pro first team nod and a few more All-Pro second team nods. This being his best category yet, earning him 16 points. Big Ben, on the other hand, is only a 6-time Pro Bowler, earning him 6 points. Drew Brees regains the lost ground and takes a 10-point lead on Big Ben, 27-17. But probably my favorite section, comparing the two players' best 3 seasons. Now, the first of Drew Brees' best 3 seasons came in 2009 and Big Ben's in 2014. And I gave the edge to 2009 Brees because he won the Super Bowl this year, and though they had similar stats, Brees led his team to a better season as he had a better completion percentage and less interceptions. This gives Brees the point for these seasons. Now, the next season for Brees is 2011, and the next season for Big Ben is 2018. And in this comparison, it's not even close. Brees was better than him at every aspect of the game. In 2011, if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers having basically the greatest season of all time, Brees would have won that MVP. He broke record after record, while in 2018, Big Ben was still disappointing Pittsburgh. Not to say Drew Brees wasn't disappointing New Orleans as well, but he still had a better season than Big Ben, which earns him another point. The last two seasons we're going to be comparing is the 2018 Drew Brees and the 2020 Big Ben season. And this is another one I think is not necessarily close, and I'm not trying to downplay Big Ben, but Drew Brees had some insane seasons. His 2018 season was almost pure perfection, and although in 2020 Big Ben was playing some of his best football, he's no match for Drew Brees 2018, which gives Drew Brees the clean sweep, earning him all 3 points of this category. Now the next category is team success, and both Drew Brees and Big Ben earn +4 points in this section. Drew Brees now sits at 34 points, while Big Ben crawls behind at 21 points. Now Drew Brees been the top of the #1 offense 6 times in his career. This gives him +3 points in this section, but for Big Ben, he never led a top 1 offense. And even though both are not Hall of Famers yet, they will be sooner than later. And now the final ranking of the two is the amount of top 3 finishes they had in the all-time rankings. Big Ben, at the time of his retirement, did not rank top 3 in any major category. Now, upon the retirement of Drew Brees, he sat first all-time in passing yards, passing completions, and second all-time in passing touchdowns, earning him a whopping +8 points. Now, at the end of the comparison, I take some minuses for some career critiques I have. And while I have none for Drew Brees, Big Ben has 2 little individual career accolades for me, and I will be minusing 1 point for that. But to answer the question, who had the better career, Drew Brees or Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees is our obvious answer, having 45 total points. Big Ben himself finished with a measly 20 points, and the margin he lost by makes it not even close. But make sure you guys leave a comment and subscribe, and leave down below what 2 players you would like to see next in this format.